Today, artificial intelligence is used to optimize sales, price, as well as prevent fraudulent transactions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tikaplan's second edition of Analytics in Market, or AIM 2019.
We need to quickly transform ourselves into an analytics organization. Hence, what could be analytics? It could be statistical modeling solutions, or could be the new age analytics, including what you call robotics, augmented reality, or you call machine learning, NLP, and so on and so forth. So that was the starting point for this journey. Last year was the first initiative that we had embarked upon, and partnering Indian Statistical Institute and Dhirubhai Ambani University. And this year, today is the second edition of that.
Should you call this new science that we are also fond of? Analytics, should we call it data mining, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence? I prefer to call it machine learning because artificial intelligence is too much of a hype. Someday we'll get there, but not quite.
The biggest challenge with all this technology is adoption, right? How are you effectively making use of it?
We were building our first model and the team built the model on stock price prediction. And the accuracy of prediction was somewhere around 48%.
A lot of people are learning things. See, earlier also it was happening. It was not that people are not using technology. It's just that a new tool given to them to do it in a slightly more better or effective manner. That's the way we look at it.
My experiences and in all this is that I think at the end of the day, the first thing is that when you develop a model, and we worked with a number of models both in banks and institutions and all, is that the stakeholder buy-in has to be very, very, you have to actually sell.
So data has always been an issue, and as you mentioned with GDPR in Europe and something similar in different parts of the world, more about sensitive data, about where people can be identified, and so there are a lot of work going on at an academic level.
Now, who gets the control? And who utilizes it? Who monetizes it? Actually, it is up to the entity who is given the data. If I give something to somebody, that person, that entity is going to use it.
Are hearing a lot about the use of AI in the financial sector, in the banking, in the insurance industry.
In the financial sectors, let me put it this way, what's the effort in all these algorithms and these mathematical models which are being done? It's basically to improve the efficiency of decision-making as well as the speed of decision-making.
Insurance is, and in fact, if you can ask me on a general insurance, is we have a little bit of a tougher challenges. Data, we don't have a KYC in the system. So understanding the customer is a little bit a challenge for us.
We understand our consumers very closely based on what they are doing, how they are watching, when they are watching, where they are watching, what kind of device they are watching. We even observe actually the viewing pattern. Like, are you in hurry and watching more like a scrubbing and just trying to get the crux of the story? Or are you actually have relaxed watching, properly, just, let the content go and you're watching completely?
So the first part, which is how I see as far as in the Indian landscape is concerned in terms of AI startups, and I see a lot of kids, a lot of young, fresh out of the college, they would do a lot of stuff. Ideas are extremely interesting, can be turned into a very viable business.
I think it is wonderful to get the questions as a teacher here. It is very interesting. I would love to say, I think I also believe and I really endorse your view, whether AI or machine learning, which will be the focus in terms of emerging trend.
I mean, to me, business is a very big word. So I put, this is for the first time when I find an audience of this composition.
We try to represent a word, we try to represent that word in such a way that given the context, we are able to predict it correctly.
Sometimes you need a Java, JDK, then something like that, NetBeans, Eclipse. So Google has tried to address this installation problem and gives you a cloud, that is Collapse. The entire code runs from first line to last line. Now in Python, it's like interpreter, so you have to can line by line.
Heard a lot of panel members discuss on topics of machine learning and how you can look at data, curate data to get information which can be used primarily for analysis. And we have seen that how you can analyze this data to generate different kinds of situations in which you can use this data. So thank you very much for being a part of this event.